Hello, viewers. Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I want to take a look at the British side of the Epstein matter. We've got Ghislaine Maxwell now, as if you looked at my last reading, now being the focus of attention. Now, what can she reveal? We've got photos of her emerging with Prince Andrew of the British royal family in the flat with the young girls. What what sort of is Prince Andrew going to be in legal peril? Probably one of the most protected, people. Would he ever face legal jeopardy? Is Prince Andrew going to be in legal peril because of the Epstein matter? Will Prince Andrew be in legal jeopardy because of the Epstein matter? Will the truth come out about Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein? Is Prince Andrew in legal jeopardy? Okay, we've certainly got the Page of Rods, so there's communications going back and forward on this. Again, this dirty energy, this cover-up energy. The challenge is isolation here, the Hermit card. The challenge is Prince Andrew could be isolated on this one. Okay, let's have a look. September could also be a September. The month of September is going to be quite important to this. We've got the Queen of Swords here. This is investigators themselves. The Ace of Cups, emotion, new emotional starts. Okay, what's in the sky? We've got the Devil, the Greed, the Avarice. Okay, the High Priestess, no surprises there that she would emerge. Plenty left to be told here. Now, there's going to be illusions being brought forward around this. There's going to be smoke screens. It's going to get, the denials are just going to keep coming so that people go, well, maybe it is just gossip. Maybe he wasn't involved, and that's a deliberate strategy as well. We've got the Star of Hope here for the women, which is interesting. This is huge. This whole situation is it's spanning across the world, continents. The hopes and fears, the hope, there's some kind of hope attached to Trump. Goodness. The Four of Swords is retreat. Is he going to be caught up? That's a no. But the Ten of Rods is talking about it's going to be hard work to keep that secret, and people are going to be judging anyway. They're going to be making their judgments. So we've got the Queen of Cups here, which I think represents the women, and we've got the King of Cups. There is an instrumental male here that is going into bat for these women, and it could be somebody in government. Okay, so the reading that I got there was that Prince Andrew, this is just my intuitive impressions, could be relying on Donald Trump. Now, if it all depends on Ghislaine Maxwell, doesn't it? What evidence she's called for. At this point in time, I'm looking at the cards are telling me that he's not in legal jeopardy at this time. At this time. Okay. At this time. So, Prince Andrew. He's not in legal jeopardy at this time. Will he ever? Okay, I'm going to ask, was Prince Andrew involved in sex trafficking with minors? Was he involved in this, in Epstein's sex trafficking ring? Was he a customer of Epstein's? Was Prince Andrew a customer of Epstein's? Okay, so that's a yes. Okay, we've got this King of Cups here. This King of Cups energy. Again, who is that King of Cups? And we've got challenged by this Ten of Rods, hard work. Maybe this is the energy that Andrew presents with, and it's just, or maybe this could be Prince Andrew himself. It's going to be hard going for him because there is truth that is going to be coming out, more truth coming out. We've got the Two of Rods in the background. This has been known for some time, that he would be implicated, that his name would come out. This is not a situation that happened overnight. And if you look at my last reading, you'll see that the energies are deep and they are dirty. And this whole backroom, clandestine, covert talks, plans, discussions have been going on for some time. And of course, so has the planning. We've got the Emperor card here. This could be, this is the autocrat. This is retaining control. So this is in the sky, retaining control. This could also be the way that the men present here to the women, because we've got the Ace of Cups in the immediate future. They do want justice. This story is not, this case, this is not going away. This is absolutely huge, absolutely huge. Okay, so we've got a woman attorney, I feel here, is going to be instrumental in bringing this forward, the Prince Andrew matter. Okay, so we've got juggling here in the environment around, and again, this manipulation here. This is the energy that the men that want the secrets to be kept are bringing forward. We've got also the Page of Pentacles. This, of course, is money, paying for something. And we've got the Six of Rods. There's a victory here. So that's also a yes card. And the Three of Cups. This is women. Yes, he was involved. And we've got the World card, endings and beginnings. What's at the base of the reading? We've got the Knight of Pentacles, money being paid, and we've got the Two of Cups, which is the relationships, partnerships, the sex, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles again, money being paid. So I think that's pretty clear that my intuitive impressions are telling me that Prince Andrew paid for those services, for Epstein's services. Now, is he in legal jeopardy or legal peril? At this point in time, no. So I'm just going to ask one final question on this. Will Prince Andrew and the other high-profile men be brought to justice? Will Prince Andrew and other high-profile men that have been mentioned in these documents or that were involved with Jeffrey Epstein eventually face justice? Will they face justice? Will they face justice? Will they have to pay for whatever they did? Will they face justice? Prince Andrew and these other high-profile men, a former Israeli Prime Minister, will they face justice? Will Prince Andrew and the other men named in the court documents face justice eventually? Will they face justice eventually? Okay, so I feel that there is a woman attorney here that's been retained by one of these women that's instrumental in this case, and will be bringing it forward. We've got the karmic Wheel of Fortune here. What is that being challenged by? It's going to be hard work. It really is going to be hard work to prosecute these men. At the foundation of the reading is secrets being hidden. It's just huge. It's just huge, and as I said, very dirty. However, in the past, we've got the Star of Hope, so it is not a situation without hope. As hard as it might seem to bring these men to justice, it is not a situation without hope, but it is huge. It is a burden. It's not going to be easy. That's what's in the sky. And we've got the Three of Swords here in the immediate future. This is loss for them. We've got the Strength. Currently, we've got strength and endurance, and that's why this situation is not going to go away easily. The Ace of Cups are the women. The women are not going to give up. They're going to see this through to a conclusion. Six of Pentacles. The fear is, was Prince Andrew and the others being blackmailed? What evidence is being held that's been seized from Jeffrey Epstein's estate? Okay, we've got staying in control. This is the Emperor card, the Autocrat. It's also my card for Donald Trump. He's instrumental in this matter. The Four of Pentacles is insecurity. Is he implicated in here? We've got the Devil card coming forward. What's at the base of the reading? Manipulation. And we go back to Ghislaine Maxwell. However, things are coming forward so quickly with this Chariot that it's hard to control them. So I feel that Prince Andrew and others will receive protection, and it could go as high as the office of President of the United States is going to be helping these men not be brought before justice. And I think if you look at my my other reading, you will see that the evidence that was seized in the Epstein matter and Ghislaine Maxwell are the two keys to this justice being done. Is that evidence, I asked, was it ever going to be revealed? And it's under heavy lock and key. I go back to Berman here. And I'm just going to ask one more question because it's the thing that I want to drill down on, and I might pull some other cards here because we're only at 11 minutes. Was arresting Epstein part of a bigger plan to cover up this whole affair, this whole matter? Because the women are so tenacious, because Acosta was revealed, because of the Miami Herald reporting, because of the congressional push, was the arrest of Jeffrey Epstein part of a larger plan to cover all of this up? Was the arrest of Epstein a cover-up, an attempt to cover up? Was the arrest of Epstein an attempt to cover up? The reason I'm asking that question is we keep getting the Hermit here. So, in other words, Jeffrey Epstein could have been isolated. Okay, so we've deliberately isolated. We've got the Queen of Swords here, prosecution, lawmakers, the women attorneys that are representing the women. We've got challenged by the truth here coming out. Okay, so the Queen of Swords, objectivity, strategy, cutting through to the truth, is being challenged by the release of some sort of truth. Okay. Tarot can be very, very complex. What's at the foundation of the reading? Justice. Okay, justice. The Page of Cups, some sort of offer and surprise news as well. Okay, did they actually understand or expect the judge in Florida to actually rule the way that he did, which started a whole new chain of events, which resulted in Acosta having to step down, which resulted in Epstein having to be arrested, which resulted in Epstein, according to my cards, taking his life with the help of someone else. Wow, okay. We've got illumination in the sky, and this is a yes card here. Goodness gracious me. Okay, here we've got the Eight of Rods here, being things coming forward very, very quickly in the near future in terms of illumination. I'm getting this strong pull to Berman is now going to be under pressure here for his role in all of this. Why it was under his watch. He was the Attorney General of SDNY. He was the Chief Prosecutor. There's communications here around this whole matter being illuminated, perhaps to cover that up, because we've got the Three of Pentacles, which is fixing something, and teamwork. To pull this off would have been, what's the word? It's almost inconceivable, isn't it? The Ace of Rods, a plan being put into place here, connecting very strongly with the Eight of Wands. This is my interpretation, my intuitive interpretation only. The hopes and the fears that someone, this would be the downfall of someone, And we've got the King of Rods, the leader stepping up and taking charge. The Hanged Man here to stop the progress of the case. And we've got Death. Okay. Oh, gee. This is why I don't like reading on this, because they're very, very heavy, dirty energies. Okay, so I'll call this part 2. The first reading that I did would be part 1, and this would be part 2. We've got someone in charge. We've got a leader stopping the progress of something with this Hanged Man, ending it. Okay. What is at the base of the reading? Okay, we've got the Moon card, secrets, keeping things hidden down at the bottom of that murky pond. We've got these backroom, covert planning, almost like a desperate sitting down at a table. What are we going to do? And we've got a crossroads here and a plan for the future being made. Okay, so I'm not going to explain that any further. Berman, was the arrest of Epstein part of an overall plan? It needed leadership. It needed somebody in authority. Was it always going to be destined that Epstein would pass away, thus stopping the investigation? That's the question I'm posing. And that is the question that I will ask. Was Epstein's death, or death with help, was Epstein's death or part of this larger plan here? Was Epstein's death always going to be, was it a foregone conclusion from the start? Did Epstein die to keep this silence? Did Epstein die to keep the silence, to cover this, to cover the evidence? Did Epstein die to silence the evidence? Now Berman controls that evidence there. 3 of Pentacles, the dark money, fixing something. The Wheel of Fortune here, destiny, karma. That's what's challenging this. That is what's challenging this plan. The Magician, manipulation. We've got juggling things. This was a tenuous plan to pull off. The Ace of Pentacles, a lot of money involved. The near future. This is again the Knights. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody who rides in where no one else dares to go. This is in the immediate future. Okay, is someone going to chase this down? This angle that I'm putting forward to you today, is someone going to pursue this? The 4 of Pentacles, there's insecurity here currently. Of course, if this has been such a covert cover-up, of course there'd be insecurity. The environment that it has created has put the spotlight on just how dirty this is. Queen of Pentacles, again, Ghislaine Maxwell is something to be feared in all of this. And that's where I feel the vulnerability in the plan is. The Chariot, retaining control, things getting out of control. The Ace of Cups here. So the Chariot's also a yes card. The Ace of Cups could also, this came up in the Epstein reading, I read it as the women involved, could also be a sacrifice as well. And we've got the King of Swords, and that is lawmakers, investigators coming up continually. Who is clean in all of this? Would you know? The Nine of Cups here is the wish fulfillment card to alleviate somebody's anxiety and loss here. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there. Where you've got these powerful men. These again are my intuitive impressions. This is a tarot reading only. Where you've got these powerful men being involved. What sort of lengths are people going to go to keep their secrets? And that bell reminds me of that saying, "Who does the bell toll for?" Who is it tolling for at this point in time? Thank you.